Hi, this is Bill Watkins. We're back in Genesis chapter 21. Do you remember sometime back in Genesis how that Abraham and Sarah tried to figure out how it was that God was going to cause an heir, and they decided to shortcut the process and help God out by giving Abraham Hagar, the Egyptian, who was the handmaid of Sarah. She had a child, and that child was one that gave her a problem, not because the child was a problem, but because now she's had a son. It says the child grew, that is, that Isaac grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, laughing. So she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be heir with my son Isaac." Now, it says that it was very displeasing to Abraham on account of his son, but God told him, "Don't be displeased because of the boy and because of your slave woman. Whatever she says to you, do as Sarah tells you, for through Isaac your offspring shall be named, and I will make a nation of the son of the slave woman also, because he's your offspring." And so he took bread and a skin of water. The next morning he gave it to Hagar. He put it on her shoulder and the child, and he sent her away. And she wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. It looked as though everything was going bad. The water ran out. She put the child under the bushes, sat and wept opposite from him, because she said, "I can't look on the death of my child." And she lifted up her voice and wept. And God says, "What troubles you?" Well, you know what troubles her. But it's amazing to me what seems like great trouble to us is a small thing for God to do. So he says, "Lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand. I'll make him a great nation." And she opened her eyes and she saw a well of water, and she filled the skin and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew up and lived in the wilderness and became an expert with a bow. And he lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Egypt. God took care of him. What seemed impossible with God was possible. What seemed like it couldn't work, God made work. We've said it before. I want to say it again. When it looks like a huge problem for us, our huge problems are such small things with God. He knows what he's doing. Trust him.